What's up, my little pulselings? How's it going? Thanks for joining me today, where every day from Monday to Friday we will take a look at a different game to see if it's worth your hard-earned money or if it's not. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out. And on a Friday, if I do any Let's Play, I'll put it up then, so you got a bonus video. Let's get to the video. Sup, pulsers? How's it going? Thanks for joining me today. Hope you're having a good day. Today we are taking a look at Musicmenia. Now, I was given a copy of a key for this to show you guys. This is a card game with a difference. As you notice up here, I've got 600 because that's how many points I've got so far in the campaign. So I'm going to take you through these menus first before I show you the game, because the game is a little bit different. This is the starting pack that I've played with. It's quite a nice one. Right, so these are your cards in your deck. Now, when I first saw this, I thought it was like Magic the Gathering. It kind of isn't, but is. So I haven't altered this deck, but you can unlock cards. You can get card packs by winning fights against the AI or against human components, which is awesome. The game is fun, but it just takes a little while to get your head around it if you've played other card games. Just learning how this one works. Right, so at the beginning of the match, you hope you have a sheet card in your hand. Now, the sheet card, you can only put one of them down. So this one gets plus 1 CP if the Glock Composer is in your deck. And it also affects string instruments, woodwind, brass and percussion. All these are affected by this card and they can affect the card. And same as this one, but this is for Mozart, who most of you might know who Mozart is. Now, you can only have one sheet of music down. If your sheet of music is disabled, which you can do with cards in this, your symphony stops. It means you're not getting points. Now, unlike other games where you try to kill your enemy and take their health down, in this, it's the first one to get 100 points. Doesn't matter how you do it. If you get to 100 points, you win. So these are your composers. So in the top left-hand corner is his cost, which is Mozart. So it's going to cost me 3 mana to put him down. He takes away the enemy's mana. And that 1 in the bottom right-hand corner is how many points he gets me per turn. And you can put more than one composer down off the same card. You can also put the composer down in the other card. He costs 6. When I put him down, he deactivates the enemy's sheet music for 1 turn. So that means they can't play any music, which means they can't get points and you can. So you need to be strategic with these cards. Each turn you get 5 mana. And you save up your mana for the more high cost cards. This is going to be a quick explanation, then we're going to the actual game. So this one gives me plus 2 CP. 2 points if there is a classical composer card in play, which is my composers. So if these are in play, they'll affect him. And if you look on your actual sheet music, certain composers get boosts as well as certain instruments. Now you can have these ones. When you play this card, activate a random card of yours in play. So if someone's deactivated one of your cards, you can activate it. When I first saw the word activate, I thought it meant they would give you the points there and then, but it's not. So these ones you really want to hold on to, because if the enemy has deactivated your sheet music, you can't get any points. So you want to use her to turn that back on, basically. There is another one that does it as well. This is an instant card. It only costs 2. This will activate a woodwind card in play. So that's another one you want to activate if they deactivate your cards. Like I said, when I first played it, I got a little bit confused by it. I thought it was you just use it and it activates what music you've got. Plus 1 CP if oboe, clarinet, bassoon are in play. All these cards kind of affect each other. But you do get some that affect the opponent negatively. -1 CP round to your opponent's sheet music card. That is one of the best ones you can put down. Because if they have 0, it does to as -1. Stops them getting points, which is always good. These are your instant cards. You basically want to use them to mess with your opponent. There's 2 of them for activating your cards. And it's discard a card in play from your opponent. You want to be quite selective with them. What I was doing was using them to deactivate their sheet cards. Now that will work for a couple of turns, but you've only got 2 of them and they can do it to you. The problem with that is, as you can see, you get 6 in your deck, so do they. So they will just play down another one anyway. So you might delay them for 1 or maybe 2 turns. Long term, it's not going to really stop them. But any cards with deactivations is the ones you want. Now, as you can see, I've just got these extra cards. This one I just pulled out of the booster decks because I wanted to see what they were. You get quite a variety of different kinds of music. This is your collection if you want to read all the cards and just look at them all. These are your packs. Now, I did not know I had these 4 packs. So I think you get a pack after you win a stage. I'm not 100% sure because it doesn't tell you that you get these packs. And I had 0 when I looked through this when I first got the game. So I do think you unlock that way. But you can also get them in the store. Now, this is not real world money. This is money you generate in the game, which I think is awesome. So you buy booster packs, but one of the other things I want to do, right, these are decks. So you can get all different kinds of musical decks. Oh, I really like this game. There needs to be more of it. I haven't got any of these yet. These are basically special items and stuff like that you can have on your character, plus 1 CP, which is points per turn. As well as stuff like this. It all depends on what deck you're getting. I really want to unlock some of this. For my current deck, this would be the one I'd unlock because I use a lot of woodwind cards. Clarinet, not so much. But as you unlock the other cards, you'll unlock these as well. These are just extra stuff you can use during the game. Now, I did notice that one of the computer opponents had this. So they must have been using it against me, little punks. But again, you can unlock them throughout the game. And these, as far as I know, are just for the background. So that's a quick overlook of the game. Now, like I said, I really like this game. You might not like this game. So let's just go jump into the campaign. Now, the tutorial in this game, I did not like. I didn't think it was well done. But that's just me. Maybe you will. Now, these are your lives. As you can see, I've lost 2. Because I wanted to see how the game progressed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it must be a pack of cards after each fight. So I think you can actually get more lives if you look at the route. So when you get to here, this will be locks up here. When you get to top, you'll go up here. Now, this card here was basically a main boss. He gives you a choice of 3 cards of rewards and you get to pick one of them. But that's how far I've got so far. So obviously I've played along a little bit more. I've got my Mozart. I've got quite a few other cards. I just got this one. Add 50 additional CP in order to win. That is a crazy card I just got. And has probably won me quite a few games. So I've unlocked quite a bit. So what I'm going to do is, I was in the middle of a campaign. I'm just going to reset it so that you guys can see the original decks before I've modified them. The only thing is, when you modify decks, you cannot be using them in a campaign. You have to either complete the campaign or die in the campaign, then come back here to modify the deck. And you can choose it according to any of the different types of music, so you can sort them out quite quickly if you want. It's the different types. We can have them all on there like that. Right, so I'm going to reset it. so that you guys can see the classical deck from the beginning. Now, at the beginning of your turn, you both throw a dice. Whoever gets the highest points goes first. Now, it might look like I'm at a disadvantage because he gets to go first, but I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana on top of my turn's 5 mana, which means I basically get double the points he has. Well, what do I have Mozart? Now, the biggest problem with this game is if you do not get sheet music in your hand, you pretty much cannot do anything. It's my 9.1. That's what I wanted. Alright, get you down. 6. I don't have enough for you. I've only got 3 mana left. Now, you, like I said, the only problem with the game is the sheet music. I think you should start off with one, and it shouldn't be able to be removed, but it should be messed with. Because, like my opponent's there sitting there not doing nothing, it's because he doesn't have sheet music. I've had that. Well, I've had 5 turns with no sheet music. It's really frustrating. Right, it's going to be 9. I really love the music in this game. So look, I'll get 6 points. As first one up to 100 wins. It's that simple. It's a simplistic game, but I think it's also going to depend how you build your deck out as well. Mozart, yes. Right, so he's going to remove all magic, all mana from my opponent, as well as give me points on these 2 cards. So now I'm getting 10. He's getting 6. I want to keep hold of her. I want to try and get one down. -1 each round to your opponent's non-classical instrument cards. So that means his cards will get -1, and you can affect their sheet music. So I'm going to save them, and hopefully he doesn't deactivate my mana. Right, he's got strings, and I do have a card that affects strings as well. Right, I'm going to put that one down. See what that... Right, so I'm getting 10, and he's getting 4. See what I mean? It's not like other games. It's just slightly different from most other card games you've played. When you play this card, draw a card. I'll tell you it's a composer. Activate one of your cards in play. Don't really need to. Maintain the tempo. That deactivates the other tempos. Hopefully this doesn't get flagged up for the music. But there you go. See, having the sheet cards sit here and do nothing, I think it's a bit of a pity. I think you should get to do something with them. Like, put them down in case that one gets taken out, that kind of thing. Because having them sitting in your hand doing absolutely nothing, I think it's just a waste of potential with the game. This is one of those games, when you first play it, you might be a bit like, I'm not too sure. The more you play it, the more you're going to like it. What's that? 39 to 11. Or 50 to 11 there. Ooh. If you have a flute, oboe, clarinet, or bassoon, play, draw a card. Do I have a flute, oboe? Got a clarinet. And I've got a violin. So, that's not going to do me any good. Most of these are not going to do me any good at the moment. And I want to keep that in case one of my cards gets deactivated. So one thing my deck is missing is card draw. and more sabotage. You only get a few cards that can activate yours and a few that can deactivate theirs. Right, so my hand's nearly full. I'm going to get rid of... I want to keep a Mozart one in case it gets taken off me. Throw away that one. And I throw away that one. See, you've probably seen some of the flaws in this game already. It's if you don't have sheet music, you can go 5 to 10 turns without being able to do anything. And once you've got them down, they're kind of pointless. They should do something in the game. That's a flute. If you have a flute, oboe, clarinet. Oh, do I need all 4 of them? Or just 3 of them? I've got a clarinet and I've got a flute. Let's see. It works, it works. If it don't, it don't. Oh, it worked. Sweet. And he gave me a card I can't use. Well, I've nearly won. 69 to 4. To 19, sorry. Right, what's this? Discard an opponent's active woodwind card. Does he have any woodwinds? I don't think he does. Nope. So that's pointless against this opponent. And as you can see, I'm just sitting there doing pretty much nothing because I've got all the cards I don't need at this point in the game. And this has happened in a few of the games. So even though I'm probably going to win, it's a case of this happens more often than not. Right, so I've activated that because he turned it off, so I'll turn it back on. Right, so I'm going to discard his sheet music. And I'm probably going to win in a few turns. Right, that means I'm going to win next turn unless they stop me from getting my full 9 points. Because I only need 4 more to win. That's what a little round of applause was for. So we're just going to end this one. We'll go on to the next fight. And that'll be it for this review because it's a very simple game. I'm really enjoying this. I want to see how many cards I can unlock and how I can alter the deck. So I might do a clean run. And see what I can achieve. So this is what you use to unlock the booster cards. It's very easy to get the points. I think that's really good. Because I was worried when I first saw that it's going to cost like actual real world money. But it doesn't. Alright, so the next fight we are against Gloria. I love going second in this game. Right, what cards have I got? Right, he's a must. Deactivate a card in play. When you place a card. Why is that one Mozart? Yeah. Hopefully I'll get a Mozart to play, but there you go. Right, I want to him and Mozart deactivate a card from your opponent. See, I don't like the fact the music stops in this all the time as well. Right, we've got a Bazoon. Let's put that one down. Right, I've got to save up for him. We can put her down to get some early points. I normally like hold on to her because it can activate a card if it's been deactivated by the enemy, but you kind of need all the points you can get at the beginning. Oh, how much have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1 each round to your opponent's sheet music card. Ooh. Oh, I think I might save up for that next. Unless I get a composer. Unless I get Mozart, then I'll put Mozart down just to mess with them. Right, we'll put that down. Yeah, I took it from 2 down to 1. What else have I got? I need a Mozart. But what are you doing? Bass. I want to get one of the choirs. They look really interesting. I was playing against them a few times. If your sheet music is classical, change the tempo that of your active sheet music in play. Well, I want to get him down, but I don't have a composer. I got a Tempest. Right, let's deactivate their sheet. Oh. I think I need a different kind of music to play that one. Bass and percussion. Oh. That's quite annoying. Oh, don't get my butt handed to me. Alright, flute and oboe. I do have a flute and oboe. Right. String, woodwind, bass and percussion. So now I can get all of them in play. As well as that one. We'll start picking up the points there. So there are turns where you can't literally do anything. And it's not a way around it, which kind of sucks. Well, I can't do anything at the moment. Mozart! Right, put a violin down. So he's getting 3. He's getting +2 now. These guys and Mozart will really kick his butt. But if they get a deactivation card, I normally aim at him or him. Right, I've got 34 to 50. It's active woodwind card. I don't think he's got any woodwinds. Right, I put him down. So now we're getting 17. We're catching up. We are catching up fast, but most of my playable cards are down. This is why I want to get more cards for my deck. Does he have any woodwinds? I don't think he does. Woodwind? There you go. Let's knock one of them out. See, I think if you have the extra music cards, you should be able to put them down and they give -1 to their song or something like that. I think that would make it a lot more strategic and a lot more interesting, because nobody wants to sit there for 5 turns if they don't have a piece of sheet music. Oh, I'm going to win next turn if I continue. Sweet. 81 to 80. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, looks like I win again. Sweet. Right, what do I think of the game? Yeah, I really like this game, but that's because it's my kind of game. Where are my packs? I want to see what's in the packs. But it's all whether or not it's your kind of game. The starting decks, or deck, is not that good. You want to get through it as quick as you can, so you can get some of these, so you can start building your own deck. Obviously, there are some things... Oh, draw a card. There are some builds you want to do, and some you don't. Oh, when you play a card, change the tempo. Oh, I get some good cards. So I want to actually get Glock out of the deck, as well as his symphony. I want Mozart, and that's sheet song. And I'd also want woodwind, strings, bass. Remove any of the... which ones is it? The drums, the ones. Get rid of that, because percussion does not work with that sheet music. So, once you start unlocking decks, the game gets a lot better. Because you can start synergizing your cards. I think it would be better if you could choose the background song and just leave on one song rather than it switching between yours and theirs. That's the only thing that kind of really irks me about the game, that and the sheet music thing. It's like I said, if you do not get a sheet music in your hand, you can't do anything. And by the time you do, it can be really hard to recover. And if it happens to the AI, you just slaughter them. Same as if you're playing against a human component. If they cannot do anything with their deck, I think this really is a shortcoming of the game, because it will irk so many people, especially when you're playing against other people, because your opponent doesn't want to sit there and watch you not be able to take a turn for like anywhere between 1 to 10 turns. Your opponent doesn't want that. They want to actually play you at the game. But other than that small thing, maybe the developer will change it. But other than that, I actually do like the game. I think it's well done. I think it's awesome the fact that all this stuff is unlockable and not behind a paywall, which some of these games would do. Not only that, the developer can make other types of games. They can do things like 50s music and stuff like that. Go through jazz and punk rock. Oh, there's so many options this developer can come up with. I think it'd be really cool. But they need to get the base thing sorted out. They need to have it so that one of these cards is down and it can't be taken out. It can be altered and messed with, but it can't be taken out, because just sitting there, if you don't have sheet music, it pretty much costs you the game. And I think that will annoy a lot of people. But I also got to mess about with this one, because I am enjoying it. I'm going to take out Clark and try and get as many Mozarts as I can, because I think he goes a lot better with his deck than Gluck. I hope I'm saying his name right. I have not come across Beethoven yet. I really hope Beethoven is in it. I hope you can get the theme music to Candyman in this. I think that's the best music I've heard. But yeah, I do think some people who really like classical music and that might get a little bit annoyed with the fact the music turns off and on according to which card you're playing. I personally think it should stay as is. We burn. Oh, that looks like quite interesting one. I hope these are all colour coded and all. Right. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Like I said, I like this game, so I might do a run through. I might not. Depends on what happens as I unlock the cards, how the decks improve. But I think it's really cool that there's no paywall for that kind of stuff. But I do think the developer needs to sort out their sheet music thing. And if you have them in your hand, you should be able to do something with them. Like, you can put it down and draw 2 cards or something like that. It'd make the game a lot more interesting. But As always, it's not up to me, it's up to you to do you. This has been Pulse Beetle. Thank you for your time. Have a good day. Keep the pulse. Remember,